Hello, beautiful soul. It's Kirsten with Kismet, and today I'm going to tell you a story. So get cozy, grab a cup of tea, your favorite blanket, put on your slippers, snuggle under, and be just cozy because I'm going to tell you a story. But it's related to our affirmation. And our affirmation for the week is really powerful and deeply meaningful to me. Um, it is, I surrender my fear to the divine. I surrender my fear to the divine. So here we go. You ready? Once upon a time, um, many years ago, there was this woman, and she was in a place where she felt not herself. She felt disconnected from the world. She wanted more than anything else to escape it. She would sit in the bathtub and think about escape. She didn't know why she felt so awful. She didn't know why she felt so stuck, so alone. She had a house full of people, friends who loved her, but coming home filled her with dread. She would pray that she'd come home to an empty house. She felt just void, like there's a void, like she was empty, an abyss. And she knew something had to change. And she was so scared. And you all know this is me. So, anyway, I was so scared. I had been in a relationship for a very, very long time, 23 years, with a great guy. He's still a great guy, but it was not the fit for us. And we were both miserable. And I grew up where divorce really was considered taboo. And so escape was never really thought to be an option. And I was so scared. And not only was I scared, I was sick. I mean, physically sick. Um, I had so many surgeries and illnesses, and my body was deteriorating at a massive rate. I had a chronic disease for a while, and just everything I knew, my body, my heart, my mind, my soul was screaming at me that I needed to change something. And at one point, I remember thinking that if I didn't change something, I was seriously going to die. I was going to die. And because my body couldn't take the ongoing stress of my situation. And there's no blame, there's no guilt, there's no fault. It was just the reality of it. And so at that tipping point where staying became so much worse than leaving, I found God again. Who doesn't, right? We all have those dark nights of the soul, which are actually the cracking open of our light. The dark nights of our soul are the cracking open of our light. And I said to God, if I am to leave this relationship, I will do everything that you ask me to. Any door you open, I will walk through without question. The worst day of my life was when I asked for the divorce. I hurt someone deeply, and hurting someone that way is a horrible thing. And I never want to have to hurt someone like that again. But I surrendered my fear, okay? And everything flooded in perfectly. I found a therapist that was fantastic. The divorce was collaborative and amicable. We used the same attorney. I found the house that felt like me. There was a couple hiccups, but every moment I surrendered my fear to the divine and I let God lead the way. And I had heard nightmares about divorces. Nightmares about them. People sharing all these horrible stories. Why do I want to listen to that? And through the whole thing, I'd be like, I don't want to hear that. That's not my story. And it wasn't my story. And to this day, 6 years later, it's not my story. I co-parent beautifully with an amazing person. I have children who adjusted through the divorce by making the 8 honor roll. And every resource that I needed, whether it be a mortgage or a therapist or an attorney or a friend or help moving or help setting up my home, whatever I needed, it just showed up for me. It just showed up. All because I surrendered my fear to the divine. So, beautiful soul, if there is something, anything that is causing you pain, that is causing you suffering, that is making you feel stuck, that is causing you to doubt who you truly are, it's time to let it go. Because what's waiting for you on the other side is so much better. Believe me, I know. Surrender it. Use the prayer I used. If I am to go in this direction, lead me. Every door, every opportunity I step through with faith. And then sit back. Because what unfolds before you is a miracle. It truly is. I wish for you the life of your dreams. So if you're holding on to something out of fear, it's truly time to let it go. In love and light, this is Kirsten. I love you.